Hello, everybody. It's Sunday. It's chilled. It's a chilled on Sunday podcast. I'm Danny Chaz. That's Jeff Art. That's Richie D420. And we got Ghost Boogie in the house. Warning before we start, we're going to say fiddlesticks. We're going to say flaming heck. We're going to say the shiznit. And if you don't like that, click a like on the way out and bye-bye. So, fellas, how are we doing? We all good?
Doing good.
Good,
Happy
man.
Sunday.
Good. Look who's back. Look who's fucking shown his face. We got Jeff back in the house. How you doing, Jeff?
I know. It feels good to be here, man. Yeah. Hopefully the internet and the entire infrastructure will stay up during this hour and a half. But yeah, it's good to be back, man. The beach, work, all that other stuff is out of the way. So yeah, I'm back on Sundays, baby. So
it seems like forever, Jeff. It seems like it's just been forever.
It was only two Sundays, but it feels like a month and a half. But yeah, it's good to be back, man. Good to see you.
So, have you got any photos you want to share of like birds on wires or anything?
I actually did put that in your submission, so if you want to,
yeah, I know we'll get to that. Yeah, definitely.
The infamous bird butt. Yeah, dude.
So, how was the Outer Banks? Any good?
It was great, man. We had a similar situation out there with like power and internet and all that kind of stuff. So that's been just the story of my life, man. But it's kind of nice to be disconnected for a little bit. I was lucky because when I was out there, every day I was out there was like 77 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, low humidity. Because I've been out there when it's been like humid. And there's just mosquitoes everywhere, and it's kind of miserable. You know what I mean? Like, because if it rains a bunch, it's like it's a barrier island, so it sits between a sound and the ocean. So if it rains a bunch, the water just sits there, and then within a day, the mosquitoes are they collect in the ponds, or in the ditches by the road. Yeah, and it's just fucking miserable. They have trucks. We call them Dr. Death. Because there's trucks that go up and down the streets just spraying like, insect killer on everything. So everybody's like, get inside. But yeah, man, it was beautiful. And yeah, everybody's doing good. There's been a bunch of medical stuff with the homies out there, but they're all doing pretty good right now, medical wise. But yeah, I love getting out there, man. It's I was saying how you go over 7 bridges to get there, and all of a sudden you feel like you're on the edge of the world, So I could see why some people in the 1400s were like, we might fall off, because you do feel like you're way away from everything. But yeah, closest geographically I've ever hung out with you. So
yeah, man, cheers.
I was only 4,000 miles away.
Just 4,000.
I
think you're 3,000 more. You go further away.
Yeah, I need to get to Bermuda or something like that. But yeah, it's great, man. It was an easy drive and great weather, and did some jet skiing and watched beautiful sunsets and drank during the day. That's always fun. So right, Richie?
Cheers. Hell yeah.
Cheers, Richie. I've been drinking today as well. So, was it friends and family, or just family, or like what was the occasion?
Yeah, so I do this every year. My buddy from my best friend from college, he was my roommate. Him and a bunch of homies, they get a place out there. It's got like 7 bedrooms. It's like 5 stories high, and it's just an open invitation to come hang out. So. Yeah, it's always fun to hang out. We do great dinners. We did a bunch of ribeye steaks, like sous vide style,
Hell yeah.
which is with the water tank and the shit. Yeah, it was awesome. So you don't get to do that every day. So there's doctors and journalists and fighter pilots and just interesting people to hang out and talk to. We watched some football, did some DJing. We threw a rave one night. With glow sticks and shit, which you might have seen.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
It was a wild time, man. I packed in a lot of fun into a couple of days, so that was.
So is this all guys, no females?
Oh, there's females everywhere.
There was a lot of females there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was fun, man. And then one of our friends is a local, So he came over and we had dinner, and then he showed us like the local spots, and met some locals and did some karaoke and shot some pool and went ocean fishing, the whole deal, man. Did everything you want. So, it's good to be back though. That's the other part. I'm like, oh man, I miss Lily in my own bed.
Yeah.
Who takes care of Lily while you're gone?
I got a service that comes over and feeds her, does the litter box, plays with her, takes some pictures, and gives me an update on how she's doing every day. So it's kind of nice, man. It's nice to kick back and not have any worries for at least a day or two. So
How did you feel about DJing in front of a crowd while he was there?
Good question.
It was interesting. It's way different. We were streaming on Twitch, but it is way different, man. You got people like coming up to you. You got people like, hey, can you play this? I'm like, they're my friends. It's not like I'm just in a club or whatever. So it was like, let me see if I got it. The internet's kind of, not the best. So it's, if I start searching something, I don't know. It was kind of weird, but it was nice. The energy was the most fun part of it. Because if you caught any of it, you could see people swinging glow sticks around, and
Whoa.
whoa. But yeah, dancing, having a good old time. But it was a little different. They're just right there in front of you instead of on the internet.
Fucking pan.
And you raided into us, so
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it. I was like, Richie let me know. Richie was like, yeah, Jeff's at a rave at a minute. His glow sticks going off, and Richie made it sound like he was Fatboy Slim on Brighton Beach.
It was because we had the lasers going, we had the glow sticks swinging, and
was you
even
inside or outside?
It was inside. Yeah,
I think I seen a titty pop around. I don't know.
There was.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Yep. Even the neighbors the next day, they came over and were like, "Damn, you guys are having fun last night. We could see the like laser show from from across the street."
That's awesome.
It was awesome, man. So good time, man. Never done that before. So
have you got a bug for it now? Do you want to do it again?
I do. Yeah. Well, I don't like all the cord maintenance. The plugging in of everything, that fucking sucks. The you have to collapse all the telescoping thing. Yeah. Oh man, it was a little bit of an effort, but man, the table we were going to use, we couldn't fit inside, so I actually stacked 2 giant Yeti coolers on top of one another and just went from there.
Nice.
So it was really thrown together, but it worked out, man. Yeah.
Let's go.
It was great.
I remember when I DJ'd when I was younger, it was always in front of a room of people. So it was, it was never not second nature. Yeah, I find it hard DJing in front of a camera. That I'm looking at, like I said to you before, I get Ricky Bobby hands. I don't know what to say to the chat. I don't know, like, what to do.
You're performing to a piece of plastic that's this big. Yeah,
because when I would DJ when I was younger, there would be someone working the mic. I wouldn't even have to touch the thing. I'd be doing that, and there'd be someone like, like blah blah. There'd always be someone else working the mic with jungle, and it was you was always a duo. You was never on your own, sort of thing. Yeah. So it's completely foreign to like DJ in an empty room. To a camera and text messages coming up. That I'll find that hard,
Yeah, well, it was. I think the most difficult part, besides dragging all the equipment up the stairs, was it's kind of weird because you're playing you play a song, right, and then you go to the next track, and someone just like goes and sits down, and it kind of I don't know if you've ever had this, Boogie. Maybe you could tell us more about it, but like I was like, oh. Like a little part of me was like, oh, they don't like this one. You know what I mean? But I was like, somebody's got to get a drink or go to the bathroom or sit down at some point. So I was like,
no, I've never read that.
No one's ever sat down.
Nah, banger after banger.
Well, then fuck me, I guess.
Well, David Chance, you were also playing when everyone was all fucking geeked up on it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They had
stuff on Molly and Eve. I can't sit. I could have farted in the mic and had
they were turbocharged. Yeah.
They were
That's why you have to be like, if you're that's where the mixing and blending come involved. That's where also like your
Come on.
transitions really, even if you don't have, if you're not mixing, beat matching, and doing that type of thing, then what you want to do is at least have some interesting transitions where like the songs that you're having, that's where you can get into wordplay. So like if you think about the next song, if there's something, and I do that a lot, even like I figure out how I can relate a song to the other one to string something together to be able to, if I'm not beat matching, just to be able to drop one and throw the other one in and just have it you know what I mean? But it is, I mean, that's the thing about, you mentioned a couple of things. So my theory and my way that I approach DJing, or my thought process, they're not paying me to play music. They're paying me for all the shit that you just bitched about. Like they're paying me for me to, load up my equipment, unload my equipment, set it up, tear it down, load it back up, load all of that shit. You know what I mean? And all of the cables and the management and just making it clean and being able to, there's a lot. That's the thing that everybody wants to DJ and everybody sees the fun time. Oof, when everything's set up and you're just there playing for people. But no, I mean, that's the real part of DJing and what you charge for, and how I justify my cost is how much prep work and how much of my personal time. So if you pay, let's just make it just to make it easy, $100 an hour, you charge $100 an hour. They only are paying you, let's say 4 hours, right? So, but in all actuality, you still are working 8 hours because there's normally 2 hours on either side of that 4 hours that you're playing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's how I always look at it. And that's how I am, like, when people are asking me to do gigs, and I'm quoting it now as an old man instead of as a young man. I was like, all right, this is what you're really paying me for. This is how much do that's how I look at it. There's a lot too that people don't really realize or appreciate.
Yeah, at one point I was crawling on the floor trying to look for the plug for the subwoofer or something. Like, what am I doing? But luckily this wasn't like a gig. This was just for my friends and it was all for fun,
That's the best. That's
that
the
was
best
the
way
best.
to start, because you don't have as much pressure. I mean, you still have pressure, and it still sucks when people sit down on you.
Right.
But, and that's funny that you mentioned that, because I mean, absolutely, you can't let that get in your head, right? So you want to read the crowd and make sure that you're not fucking, playing Tupac and Two Live Crew at a kid's party. But you know what I mean? You got right. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, if hey, look, I know I'm playing some solid shit and I'm going to get you on another one. Just don't you just push through. You know what I mean? And as long as you got the energy from a few people, because you can't win everyone over, right? As long as you got the attention, and you've got some people that you're maintaining, that let's just keep building off of that, right? But those are funny things that you mentioned right off the bat, and that was like your first gig, and it was like at your friend's house and everything like that.
We're
But
sitting down, and I was like,
you feel all of those emotions.
Yeah, you
but
do.
in front of strangers, it's tenfold. You know what I mean? Because you're really
see
trying
the whole
to
room
read.
too. Like, yeah. I
mean,
mean, and
when you're playing on Twitch, it's like selfish. You're playing for yourself. You're playing what you want to play.
Yeah.
And when you're playing live, you're playing for the audience. No, I'll do when I'm on Twitch.
I got you. When I'm on Twitch,
I'll play what I want to play, and if you want to listen, come join in.
I always think differently about that, because I'm always trying to figure out what the chat and like who's in the chat, and like I pay attention to what they request, or and what kind of music they're playing. So if Maurice is in, I'm gonna throw some. I mean, just even like I was like, all right, we're playing some. He's gonna appreciate some obscure hip hop, so I can slide that in through, and I'm gonna get some energy from somebody in the chat. You know what I mean?
Oh, you are
Whereas,
right. What you're saying, yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I've
Like,
done it. I'm guilty of it myself. I've done it
think about
myself. Like,
Stu. Like if Stu pops in your stream, right?
yeah, I
And
know exactly what
you
Stu
and
was here.
guys, and like you're gonna play. Like if
Yeah.
Cosmo, the Green King, pops in, I already know every single song he likes, and I can figure out a way to blend one of those bitches in, just to say, "What up, Cosmo?" Like I know Richie and
That's what I
Jeff's
do.
taste, your taste, that shit.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
like what I do with everybody. Like it's like I know, like I'll play what mostly like what I want to hear at that moment, or like I'll change it up just because it's like I do like to have like the ADD moments on there and just
Yeah.
play random sets. But at the same time, like I usually just like I'll stick with like hip hop and then I'll switch it up, or it's depending on who comes into the chat. Like I know what people like and like what they request
yeah.
or what they have. So it's like I'll have that like when I see their name pop up, I'll get that song lined up already and then just hit it before they even request it. And they're like, "Oh shit, you're playing my song!
Yeah.
You're playing my song!" What?
For me, it's 5 margaritas.
Yeah, it's like, or like with Jeff, it's like I know Jeff likes like the Black Keys, fucking Black Pumas, Prof, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or even like Silverstein. So it's like I'll jump and I'll play like I'll pick one of those up, or it's like Boogie will come in and it's like I'll try to play
You
either
play some hip hop or something, yeah.
hip hop or something that I know that you like, or
And Jeff does it when I pop in. I always know Jeff will be on a path, right? And I'll be listening to it, I'll be enjoying your music, and all of a sudden, like you'll go to the hip hop. I'm like, no, I was listening. I'm like, I'm enjoying what you're playing. Like I was like, you know what I mean? Keep going.
It's
like
everything behind
I
you too.
appreciate-
Tupac,
but I-
Public Enemy.
Yeah, it's
But
like
I
yeah,
appreciate
like,
it,
dude,
you know?
it's like that's and that's what I like. You know, it's like
Are
I
you?
feel
Yeah.
like that, like you're like it's like not just as a friend, but you're coming in as like viewing and like you
Yeah.
appreciate that. So I feel like everyone else who comes in, it's like I try to do the same thing. Not just to be like, please stay on my channel, but like it's like I appreciate you guys.
you.
Yeah, it's like I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
So here you go. I'm gonna play like even though I got like a set list in my head that I want to play, and it might be like all my emo rock or something. I'll be like, oh shit, Boogie's here. Let's do this one. Or like you said, Mur Eats. It's like I have a playlist that has Mur Eats. Like so, I just go click on that, and I'll just go fucking random. I'll just
Drag it
scroll
over.
on it, and I'll be like, boop, okay, play this one. I haven't heard this one yet. And then Murray's like, oh shit, this one's a banger. Listen to this one. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, this one is a fucking banger. I missed out on this one. Holy shit, this is fire. So and it's cool too, where it's like people like like Mikey and like I said the last night watching Mikey's stream.
That was
you
fun.
And Jeff and Mikey like play a
I
lot of
missed that
stuff that I
last night.
used to listen to, and I haven't listened to in years. And then like you'll drop. I'm like, oh shit, and I'm like, okay, whoop, look it up on titles, start fucking going. I'm like, add a playlist, add it to this. So it's like I enjoy that part of it too, where it's getting to get back to the music that I used to listen to and having like the same taste with someone, and then like having that of a deeper connection, because it's like how I like view friendships and stuff is with music.
Yeah.
And it's like if our music, if you can show me something and I can show you something, or we have like a mutual history of like a band back in the day or something like that, even though we don't know each other back then. But it's like, oh shit, I remember when I had like my hair over my face and I used to fucking do the fucking emo swoop and all that stuff. It was like,
it's
like,
this right here, right?
Yeah. I think that's why my neck is so fucked up now as an adult, because of the kid when I was flipped.
You're going to make me backtrack on what I originally said now, because you're right. I fucking do that. Like I've like when
It's human
Boogie,
nature,
when me and Boogie, when Boogie brought up what I play and listen to on the sesh before, because he hadn't listened to what I play, it was always like, yeah, that shit, 120, 180 beats per minute, because you didn't know that ain't my shit. Like that ain't what I do. And when you come into my stream, I think I'll fucking show him, and then I'll put in like the hip hop remixes that I've got, or I'll actually put an acapella over something and things like that. And you've actually said to me, I see what you've done. I come in your stream and you started playing like this and that and this and that. Like you started playing Nas and Biggie and stuff like that over the beats. And when Mikey comes in, I play like ska and a lot of reggae and ska and like London stuff. Influence. So I was doing it without even fucking realizing. I was pandering to you guys.
It's just subconscious.
Yeah, because I've actually got a crate in my software called Recognizable. So if I do, which is I don't do it a lot, but when I do actually get up in the night and do the smoke train with you, I've got a crate called Recognizable because I realise that the audience I'm playing to don't know the stuff, the out there stuff that I play.
Yeah,
so I've got a new listener friendly crate with recognizable samples and stuff in it that you can go, this is he's dropping this and that, like, you know. So yeah, I've got like a classics crate as well that I do chuck in. So yeah, I've got to backtrack my original statement, but that is just for use, because you use like, so if there's
who you calling use
peoples,
we need a house.
No, that's just for my friends. That's like, Stew Dog's
guys
here or you guys are here. But when there's strangers in there, I'll just play what I'm playing, and I'll go as deep as I want to get and out there as I want to get. And I'm like, stick around. If you don't. This is what I'm playing. You know, this is my niche. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But
real quick, I love this. I love the Tupac album Behind Boogie right now because it looks like we're watching the sequel to Ghost Boogie. It's Ghost Boogie 2.
Ghost Boogie 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ghost Boogie 2, Hydration Boogaloo.
That's a sticker, isn't it? That one behind you?
That's a sticker. Yeah, that's from an old Street Team sticker from the. This is an original sticker that they sent, like the Street Teams had to put up in record stores and on side of buildings and all types of illegal activities. But that's an original All Eyes on Me promo sticker. Like that's it right there. Awesome. Just like the Prince is a promo sticker for. I have a bunch of these. I've got like a whole crate full of the ones I've worked and shit, but these were the ones I slapped up. You know.
Yeah. So we had this week, we had a landmark, all of us sitting here on screen right now. We had episode 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That was fucking dope. Like, it's gone by quick for me, but I've only been around for half of them. But
yeah,
you guys, man, you've just been there since day one, and you've grown this thing up to what it is, and it's grown into what it is and matured into what it is. And how do you feel about it, man? Like, Richie, like, does it seem like yesterday when you started?
Yeah, I'm surprised it hit 200 quick. It hit 200 quick for me. I was like, holy shit, already. And don't get me wrong, I missed probably about at least 10 of them. At least
only 10, you can say, not at least 10. Like, it's 200.
And we're well over 200. Let's be clear, because like we had poker things, we had a bunch of 0.5s to begin in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So if we would have added some of the 0.5s to it and shit, I think we're like probably around 225 maybe.
Yeah.
In all reality. But yeah, I mean, it went quick.
It's special,
like, man. It is, and it's like, yeah, it's slow, but at the same time, we got to think about it too, where it's like, how many other podcasts are out there?
Yeah.
And
saturated
they don't make
market.
it, and some of them don't even make it past 5 episodes. We made
5 or 6, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so we got to be proud of that. And like, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't think any of us expected it to be overnight, you know, where we blew up. You know, I think we're all in this for the long haul. We know that we're all hustlers. We're all grinders. You know, it's like, that's what we do. So it's like, we're going to stick it out. Like, yeah. But I mean, look at it now. It's like, we've made so many new followers and so many new people. And like, how many of the biddies that we've gotten dropped and stuff like that from the last couple months, like, damn, like once we get monetized on YouTube and everything else, it's like, yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, it will we're pushing that way. You know, it's like, we're not backtracking. I mean, sometimes after we get off the sesh, we've already had 75 views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, holy shit. You know, it's like
Getting there.
there's sometimes where it's like I post a couple things on YouTube and it's like I've only gotten 5 views. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
wow. And it's been up there for a couple months. You know, it's like
Yeah, and even it's not even the numbers though. I remember remember Richie, the first episode we did.
Oh yeah.
The only concern was, can anyone hear us?
Yeah.
Can everyone see us?
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about how far it's come since then, we didn't know anything about the software or sharing the screen or banners or audio. We knew nothing. It was
while
just
you're talking about that now, I'm on episode, what am I on? 17, episode 17.
Yeah.
So what you're just doing now, while you was talking, I was checking the software. Can anyone actually hear us? Like on my laptop here, I've got no picture. It's as if we got no picture going. I've got on another device and checked. Here we are going. Like there's so much goes into it that we don't even know, and all them pitfalls and elements that you guys were picking up 200 episodes. This all new to me as driving, and I'm like, shit, man, this ain't working. This ain't up. This ain't up. And I'm looking at the counter in the corner. I'm thinking there's one person watching, but hang about, there's 10 people talking in the chat. How does it? What's going on? Like all this is going on.
I've learned to not really look at the counter.
Exactly. You've evolved into the pitfalls that I'm finding fresh. You know. But it's good, man. It's good. Like,
I think it's pretty cool learning about that too, where it's just like you're saying, like you're realize it's like, oh shit, what we got 8 people on Twitch, we got 1 person, but it says 1 person here. What's going on? And then you're like, then after a while, it's just like I just relax, and it's like, yeah, I do have Twitch up, so it's like I flipped over to make sure, like I click it, and I'm like, okay, there's sound, but also to our chat, they'll be like, what the fuck? There's no sound. Fucking muted. You know what I mean? So it's like,
as helpful as that is, it also throws you. Yeah, as it happens, we haven't. So I've got the thing over here. So none of us would be here without the chat. So in the house right now, we've got Jeff and Art, we've got Miss Joy, we've got Birdie, we've got Richie Divex, we've got Ghost Boogie, we've got Pan. How you doing, Pan, the badass over there in New Zealand?
Oh yeah.
We've got Becca Boo. How you doing, baby? We got this. We got Trip Out V22.
That was very familiar, wasn't it?
Do you know what? I love.
Hey, shout out to you, baby.
I love Becca Boo. She was the first guest on this. The first guest I read on this, and that's. I spoke to Becca 3 or 4 months before I even started this, and I said, when I do start it, you're going to be the first guest, and I stuck to it. I never had a guest until she was ready. Because I told her she was going to be my first guest, and we was going to talk about what we was talking about that time, and that's what I did. So Becca Boo, a lot of respect for you, and I also won't be here with you 3 guys. So because you started that journey and you done that, whatever you did 2.5, 3 years ago, it's I've met you along the way. And Kelly's so smooth. So I've met you along the way, and I've grown into what I've grown into, and I'm fucking enjoying the shit out of this. And I'm just, if you 3 guys weren't sitting here with me now, I'd be sitting here on my own and fucking talking into this camera.
I'd be in the chat.
I've got the bug for it right now, and thank you guys for fucking embracing me and bringing me into this, and giving me the confidence to switch the camera on and do what I do, because I'm getting so much fucking joy out of this, and it's a distraction for other shit that bothers me.
Yep.
And thanks use 3 in particular as well. No disrespect to anybody else who's on the session with us, but use 3 in particular of help me develop into what you see right now. Thanks a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
Cheers to you, man.
Cheers to you. So episode 200, guys. Fucking cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Oh, let me
grab your favorite liquid. Cheers. Oh, we also got Kelly Chaz. She told me that there's ice cream in the freezer, Richie. It was still intact as well. See, last week when I got off, it was still sitting there.
Nice.
Hey, look. Mama
You're
Boogie
lucky. You're lucky.
picked me up some ice cream today.
What you got?
She called me from the store. She's like, "What, you want some ice cream?" I was like, "Hell yeah,
I was
I
like,
want some
"Hey,
ice
yeah."
cream." And she's like, "What kind you want?" I was like, we went FaceTime. It's like, "Give me that cookies and cream." I went with like, there's a brand out here. It's not my favorite brand, of course, because my favorite brand's a back home Cincinnati brand. But I went with a brand called Bluebell. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
everywhere. That's the
Bluebell's
shit,
dope.
right? That's the one that I found that tastes the best.
Bluebell, some old school
Closest to
shit.
back to my hometown dairy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they got shut down for a couple of years because they had a massive. A couple people, I believe, possibly died from it because they had like some E. coli type
Yeah,
outbreak
they
and
weren't
shit.
cleaning their machines after.
Or yeah, so and some folks were thinking that they weren't even going to come back, and like if they came back, if people would support them and everything like that, and they ended up rebounding, coming back, and they have the same amount of freezer case space as they used to out here.
Yeah.
So man,
I just looked it up. It says in April 2023, Bluebell Creameries voluntarily recalled all of its products, including ice cream, frozen yogurt, sherbet, and all frozen snacks for listeria contamination.
Listeria.
So it
Listeria-
was 2023.
Yeah, April.
Damn, is that recent? I was
Yeah.
thinking it was even further back, like 2020 or 2019.
Yeah, it says it was issued. The CDC did a multi-state investigation and found listeriosis in 4 states. It included 3 deaths in Kansas. So, yeah,
Damn.
they pleaded guilty.
Mysteriosis is my favorite album too.
They pleaded guilty to a couple crimes as well. They were ordered to pay $17 million in criminal penalties.
Holy shit!
Wow.
That's a lot of ice cream.
Yeah, man, that was a humongous thing for him, man. I mean, I can't, but I'm still like dumbfounded that they actually rebounded from that. But
yeah,
salute to them. Clean your shit, Bluebell. I enjoy your product, just not the little sticker on the thing that says, could kill you.
Eat at your own risk.
Right? They have
Well,
got
that's
like cigarette warning labels on the fucking Bluebell.
That's
Surgeon
like
General.
Right, Surgeon General warnings. Yeah.
That's like Boar's Head just recently. They just closed down the Virginia plant that like sent out like the tainted meat and stuff like that.
That's a
like
great
the
soft cell song. Sorry, I'm railing. I'm sorry. I'll shut
Tainted meat. I want to.
As soon as you said, I was like, bam, bam, tainted me. Oh, I need. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm such a fucking idiot. Sorry.
In Boogie's head,
No,
he's
you're
in
good,
the hot
Boogie.
tub with
We love
Joy
it.
from My Name Is
I
Earl.
can't. I seriously have a mixtape going in my head of inappropriate and fucked up songs 24/7 as I'm going to bed. I was like, I was sitting in the diner with my finger in her giner. I'm like, I just wish I could go to sleep.
On Homer on The Simpsons when Homer has the little monkey with the cymbals.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm gonna feed Lily real quick because she's freaking out. So I'll be right back. Hang on one second.
That's why she's showing off. She's
Jumping all over the place, and I realized,
She's trying to get us taken down and shit. She's
I
trying
know.
to put them muff shots up on the.
That's
on
what
the can. She's like in heat, like meow.
Exactly.
No, kitty, now. No, can't have my cheesy puffs, kitty.
I'm about to do it. Joe, one way ticket to me. She's gonna spray me in the face. I'm gonna start tripping.
Oh, that would be awesome if you got sprayed in the face on the stream. I'm like, man, that's fucking clip that.
That's money.
I'll be right back. Call it heavy metal.
So while he goes and finger bangs his cat, no, I'm sorry.
No, I gotta say though, I gotta scroll back up in the chat. Pan Badass said it earlier
What'd
when
he say?
Jeff said, Jeff was like, he's like, I got a service to feed my cat and everything, and then Pan was like, "Whoa, you got a service that feeds your pussy? That's nice."
Yeah.
I was trying to bring it up earlier, but everybody kept talking, so I was just like, okay, I would ignore chat for a minute.
Oh shit! You can't bring up the chat, can you, Richie?
No, I can't. So, but I was
just...
like, I was trying to like get a word in and be like, hey, but I was just like, well, everyone's talking. I'm not gonna over talk people just to shut up chat. So, but no, yeah, there's a couple hot fucking chat comments in there. It was funny.
So just what I did on Saturday, yesterday, speaking of how Jeff was talking about, I had a gig and a real life gig yesterday for the cigar party. It was a parking lot party, and it's a brewery, and they have amazing barbecue. So, and I got a rack of ribs, and it fucking amazing. Dude, I look forward to that shit. But I'll tell you, so you mentioned also, how it is playing in front of people, but when it's that type of event and it's not a dancing event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try to play that. So that is kind of different too, because you don't have people necessarily dancing, but as long as I can look around and I continue to look and see who is around and doing things, and if I've got people like kind of just nodding their head and shit, like I know I'm good, but I'll stay in the vein, and just how I always do this is like when a good rule of thumb is start like shotgunning stuff out, shotgunning a different couple of genres, shotgunning a different couples of decades, and focus like go hit some mellow for a second, hit some up energy, and you're going to figure out who's going to do and be where. So, and as I'm playing and in doing that, I'm paying attention to seeing who reacts to what, and I know how to get those people, and normally the people that are around with them, and then all of that. But yesterday, when you have no one dancing, right?
Yeah.
They might be dancing at the table or shit, but you've got nothing to. I mean, that's a whole nother thing too, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to say like, all right, am I in the right vein? But I'll give you the advice that C minus gave to me. I had one of the gigs that I had over the summer. I was in my head and overthinking a lot of shit, and he happened to call me the day before the gig, and I was in the middle of preparing my crates and getting shit ready, and he called me. I was like, oh man, this is like whatever higher power you all to believe in. I was like, this was ordained for me. So he called, and I asked him, I was like, I told him what was going on. He was like, I was like, what do you do like in these situations? He was like, I don't give a fuck. He said, I rock me, I show up me, and I just make sure that my mixes are clean. So because he's mixing and everything, and when you listen to him mixing, it never sounds like, if he's doing blends, it'll never sound like fucking galloping, or like everything is nice and tight. There's never any like shoes in a dryer. That's what we kind of like when you've got like multiple songs that you're blending and everything. So that he's just, I got to make sure everything's nice and clean and tight, and just go there. He was like, as long as I'm good and clean, I know he's like, I'm gonna get somebody. And I thought about it, because he was like, you've been doing this, and and he was like, just fucking go. So that's what I did, and that absolutely like went off way, way better than if I would have been in the situation of trying to figure out and read the crowd too much and going way overboard in regards to being in my head and everything like that. So since then, I don't read the crowd that much. I'm like, I know what I want to play, and I can play it in a way that, you know, it's popular music and I know the song, so I can be witty and I, you know, in the way that I deliver it and just fucking rock it. And you are the party, you are the energy, you are like, if the crowd's dead, it's because you're not doing anything to get them there. Right.
Yeah.
So like you could be talking shit on the mic or talking shit to the crowd or doing something, and then you just got to bring that energy, right? That's what it is.
You reminded me of I was watching a DJ Ballistic one time on one of his streams, and he was I don't know where he was, man. There was a tent set up, and there was people kind of mulling around, and he won't mind if I say this, but he had been drinking. So it's exactly what you said. Do you remember that?
What are you saying?
Yeah, he was. You just said talking shit on the mic, and he was lacing into this crowd. He had been drinking. Yeah,
it was like his friend's daughter's graduation, or
yeah,
like
it was something like
birthday, or
like
something,
a quinceañera or something.
And there was like people not dancing. He's like, get. And we were like, we said it in the chat. We're like, motherfuckers not dancing. Tell them get up, fucking Ballistic. He's like, hey, fools, get the fuck up and dance. Like, start moving.
Yeah,
What
it
the
was
fuck?
hilarious, man.
And I
I
was
was
like,
loving
and he was like, he grabbed another beer and he was like, he was lit because he called me later that night. He called me and Chico.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, are you getting home safe? He's like, I don't know, bro. And then he was like, fucking, he was like, yeah. And then like his homie was like, hey, bro, it's like, I'm driving him home. Then like this, that, the other. And like da 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 da. I was like, okay, just make sure like he gets home safe and like have him call me when he gets home. He's like, okay. Ballistic calls me when he gets home and he's like, I left all my shit there. I'm fucking, like, he's like, what's up, bro? Fucking crack another one. And I was just like, okay.
I remember he was like, get out of your seat, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, he was like,
this is like a graduation, like birthday party.
He just started roasting them even more after they were like, keep going.
We were loving it. That was he was making memories that night. That was great.
It was awesome.
That's hard when you're doing that awkward teen party.
Mm-hmm.
When it's probably the teens are all in their own head and they don't want to dance and they don't want to talk to boys and boys don't want to talk to girls, and they're on that side of the room and this side of the room and just looking across and polishing the shoes on the back of their trousers, and you know, like
children's parties are the fucking worst. And I just signed a gig up for Trunk or Treat coming up in August for the fun. DJ at Trunk or Treat. No, it's not. It's money.
Monster
There's
Mash
nothing fucking fun about that.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Come on.
And
man.
I made the same joke. I was like, when they sign us, I say, so Trunk or Treat, all Tupac, all 2 Live Crew, all 50 Cent, as much bitches and hoes as I can possibly fit in, right?
Too short.
And the people in the HOA just stopped and looked at me for a minute. I was like, I'm just fucking with you. And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
It's like, I've done 4 fucking events. Like, come on, fam. Like, you know.
The Monster Mash.
I will only play it one and one only fucking time. That is it. Fuck
it's
you.
Right at the beginning, so he gets it out of the way.
I'm gonna have to play fucking Baby Shark and all that bullshit.
Oh, God.
But guess what? Fuck it.
It's money, man.
You have that?
It goes back to what we were saying of reading the room.
Oh, there's
reading the room, you got to play the play. You know,
everything too. It's wild.
No, I have no title where I'm gonna be at. I have no internet. Like, this is all hard drive.
Damn.
That's where the majority of it, when you go out and do stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you don't want to necessarily rely on streaming services.
Oh no, yeah.
If you're DJing at a real gig, right? Because whatever, right? So you need to be able to rock that shit off your hard drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can just see Boogie downloading Baby Shark tonight.
I already got that bullshit. Man, fuck. Ain't no ABBA on there though.
4 years ago.
Yeah, them kids don't want to listen to ABBA as much as you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
No, I saw fucking. It was who had a. It was one DJ Diamond Lee. He was DJing a party and shit, and a wedding reception, and they were young kids, and all of them dancing around the fucking dancing queen. I was like, man, see,
Mm-hmm.
Man, see,
I'm not do. I'm like. I'm not going to say that word that I used to say. But listen, I'm not DJing to a crowd that I have to fucking play ABBA. That's all I'm going to say.
This
Unless
is
I'm
the
getting
man
paid
who
a lot of
half
money.
hour was going, you got to read the room, you got to do this and that.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
I
like,
got
no,
my
fuck them
limits, bro.
people. They can fucking
I
sit
got
down.
my limits. They can eat it. There's other things
they
that
can
they're
eat
able
a
to
bag of
listen.
dicks.
Yeah, man. Like it says on every like no ABBA. And if someone requests ABBA, like nope. And if they
How-
say why,
How much
I
money would
don't
you
have it because I fucking hate them. And I'll
Yeah.
say it. Like I will not play ABBA B.
for how much will you sell it? Will you sell your soul to play
$1,000.
Wow.
I don't. I'm sitting here now and I'm
I'm
thinking,
gonna
is there
purposely
anything
steal
I
the
hate that much that I'm
house
just
and
like
just sitting
not
there
going
and
to
I want
play?
to drop it.
You want to
Yeah,
hear
well,
ABBA? It's $1,000, and that's what I've told people before. It's like 1,000. You
Someone's
got a
going to pay.
you got 1,000 cash.
See what you just said there, though. See what you just said. That's the same as me. So I went to this lady's house and she accused me of all types of shit. And then when I got there, it was just someone who was trying to get something for nothing. And you never built this right. You never built it to the drawing. When I got there, it was all built exactly a specification that it should have been. And she was going, yeah, but it's particularly dark in this room. It should be a brighter light. So I need some more lights fitted. I said to her, so I haven't fucked up. I've done nothing wrong. You've wrote emails to people that I work for saying that my work shit and that it's wrong. And it's not. It's just a personal preference. You want some extras.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and she went, well, if you put it like that, I went, yes, exactly how I'm fucking putting it. I've just drove across London 3 hours to come to put your work right. And there's nothing wrong. So she said to me, okay, then. Like smart ass. She's more or less calling me a fucking smart ass. She went to me, all right, then. I want an extra light. How much is that to put in? So at the time, that would have cost about £200. I said £700. Like that to her. And she went to me, you're a robber. I went, no, I'm a robber. I ain't a robber. You got a fucking choice. If you want me to do it, it's £700. Like, like you just made me drive across fucking London, accused me of shit, talk shit to the people that I get money from. And now you want me to come and do something for you? I went, it's £700.
Mm-hmm.
No. She just went, get out. I went, don't worry, I'm fucking going. Like, I just left. But you just think, but that's what you just done. You just said, ABBA, £1,000. Like, you just done exactly the same thing as what I've done.
And Maurice,
Maurice?
$1,000 for 24 hours of ABBA? Nah, bro.
Nah, man.
Nah, we talking. That's million. That's at least we you need to make me a millionaire to endure something like that. And that's post-tax. Like I need at least $1 million cold hard cash, tax-free in my account at the end of that.
Yeah, you're coughing up 2 million for that. Yeah.
Because it's gonna cost me 100,000 in therapy.
I want to hear cuts at least.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting there just cutting myself the whole night, those 24 hours.
Yeah. I don't think there's one band in the world that I hate that much. I can't think of anything like
there
that
are
would-
bands I don't like, but
right.
not to the point of I'm not
But I
going to
actually
pay a
don't
3-minute
mind
song for money.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind most music.
I don't think I'm traumatized by any songs.
I mean, you've never been beat within an inch of your life to a soundtrack of ABBA. I mean, on multiple occasions. So, that might, change your view.
But it's not all disco. Would you play the Bee Gees?
I love the Bee Gees, bro.
There you go.
It's just the ABBA.
Fuck ABBA.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't
me
like
and
haircuts or
like,
any of that.
it's like me and bees. I got fucked up by bees, so I'm like, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, my son freaks out. He got stung by a bee when he was a little guy, and he
Yep.
still like gets shook about it. I was like, come on now.
Oh,
When
no.
I
what I
was young, I was stung by a bee. Yeah, I had a mountain bike, and I was flying along. Back when we had like,
That's why he doesn't like bike.
oh man, I was flying along on this bicycle. Yeah, a mountain bike. I was fucking hammering it. This is back when we had 15 gears. Was like a fucking big
Oh, I
deal.
know.
Yeah.
And the bee went down my top and stung me on the fucking chest, but the little cunt was in there, and he was still fucking rattling about. So I'm banging myself on the chest, over the handlebars, everything. Yeah, you're right, Richie. That's right. Cyclists.
We're bringing out deep therapy right now.
Shit, we know why Boogie don't like Dancing Queen. We know why I don't like bicycles. Shit.
Jeff, are we the therapists?
I think so.
So Jeff, why do you prefer marsupials? There must be a reason.
They're warmer.
Jeff likes everything. He doesn't. He's pro everything.
I'm an animal lover. What can I say? Nah, man. Nah, that's the thing.
No
Like,
bees.
like,
Bees, no bikes, no Diddy.
No Diddy.
that's the title of this week's episode. No
Bicycle
bees, no bikes.
Queen. I love Bicycle Queen. Get on your bikes and ride. Dun, dun.
That's a
I
jam.
played that this weekend. Fat Bottom Girls too. I love Fat Bottom Girls by Queen, but I love Fat
I
Bottom
like
Girls.
Bicycle by Queen. That's I like to ride my bicycle by Queen. That's a fucking.
Can I
dope,
bring
right?
something up though, real quick?
Go
Yeah.
for it.
So remember the other day on the sesh when I got the email about playing that artist that was on the ban list, but it's not on the ban list?
Mm-hmm.
The country artist, Brian, something, whatever. So the other night,
You know who the fuck it is. Why are you being
no,
so?
I don't
You
remember.
don't remember?
So I
Oh,
really,
I'm like,
it was the first
you
time
played
playing
it.
his song. It was the first
Okay,
time like
I'm
playing
like,
his song.
he's all being
I
like,
listened to
you
it on the
know,
way to like,
Voldemort.
like at work.
I thought you were speaking about
But
a fucking country artist like his Lord
not that I
Voldemort
know
and
of. He's a
shit.
newer guy. Brian.
Sorry,
I got
Danny. I
Brian
know
something.
he can't be
No,
named.
you're good. You're good. Buddy.
Come on, man.
But no. So I like last night on the Friday Night Smoke Train, or not last night, the other night on Friday Night Smoke Train.
Sorry.
I played the Black Keys.
Of text boxes.
Come on, motherfucker.
The B button
I'm
on
gonna
that.
say Danny.
And
Fucking with you.
so I played the Black Keys, which is an artist that's on the ban list. But
Mhm.
they do have songs that are
Correct.
allowed. So I might have played a song that was allowed. Because I was like, I played them and I did not get an email.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing, guys. I mean, for everybody,
because that's why I was like,
the
you
list.
told me that the other day. I was like, I'm gonna play it. Like you said, not until the end of the month or whatever. Like is when they're really gonna fully start doing.
They're
it. So
not.
like,
They're not going to start until the end of the year, until the
End of the
new
year,
year.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it's like because they do. They clearly, and they're going to give you that. Hey, we're not fucking around. Email like this is for real. On God,
scary,
no cap.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, but they're saying that they're giving you all of these warnings that it's coming, but if you're looking at some of these artists, I mean, even there's some Sabbath and there's some Zeppelin, there's some, there's, I mean, no, I don't think there's any Zeppelin. I said that incorrectly.
They didn't want to be on streaming services for a while.
Jimmy Page just is gangster about the masters. That's all there is to it. Jimmy Page, as soon as Jimmy, John Paul and Plant croak, but Jimmy's the one that controls it all. They're going to start having, there's going to be Led Zeppelin music in every single commercial, there's going to be Led Zeppelin, everything.
Mm-hmm. Prince was the same about it. Prince didn't want his music streamed. De La Soul didn't want their stuff streamed.
De La Soul was because Tommy Boy was fucking them. Tommy Boy was trying to get them to put their stuff on.
They got that mega payout as well, didn't they? Just before
they ended up they got their masters and they got everything back and they're in control of it, and all of the money is going to the
them.
De La Soul crew, yes.
Which must have opened up a class action suit for anybody else on Tommy Boy. It must have been like a test case for other people as well. Yeah, to get their flowers, because they got mega bucks, didn't they? Like they I see Snoop complaining about it the other day on a clip when they were saying he had 400 million downloads of his song and that, and he turned around to his accountant and said, well, "What does that work out?" And he went, "Oh, about 40 grand." And he went, "That don't work out. That don't work out. That money don't work out." You know. And yeah, but it's something that's got to be done for the artists. I mean, like if they're doing it on Twitch on a small level so that it makes sure everybody gets paid, the cost of the people that are creating the art, and that's what I feel like you guys are pissed about. Like you have bought the music that you're sharing.
I pay a streaming fee, like I pay a subscription fee. So
that's what I'm saying. Right. But you've bought the music that you're sharing, and you're not sharing it on somewhere where someone can download that song and now they own it.
Not true, because the license and user agreement for those it says that you're not going to be.
It doesn't meet the user agreement.
But that's I thought that's what Tidal was for, though. Originally was for the DJs and stuff like that, so that you could have a platform to
but just not on
your DJing.
Yeah, just not on this platform that we're on.
That makes sense on Twitch, but I'm saying, so like, what's the difference of going to a gig then and using Tidal or like that for the DJ thing? Like,
well, there's not a recording of what you're making at that gig.
I don't record it though. I don't record it on Twitch. I don't have any.
No, but whether you like it or not, Twitch is broadcasting it out to the world that people on people's computers where they can record and narrow that piece of sound.
Sense.
Yeah, that piece of sounds or visual or anything.
But what's stopping people doing it from YouTube and everything else?
But YouTube are even stricter, aren't they?
But there's websites that you could pull. You could rip YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be. But really, you shouldn't be.
Well, there's a lot of things that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, exactly. But this is their way of all the things we shouldn't be doing. This is their way of reeling it in.
Richie's like, it's only illegal if you get caught.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Richie. I'm fucking.
Dues, damn it.
I'm fucking Chaz Corp. Check out my merch table. I've stole shit off his views. I've stole shit off everyone. Like that's just me.
Me all the time, fucking Chaz Corp. The fuck. I saw the Scromad Rivix.
I've got the Richie B 420 t-shirts up there, 20% off at the moment.
Yeah, I've seen them all. I've seen it. Fucking Herb sent me all the background stuff that you guys are working on. I've seen it.
I've got the Bo Scoogie t-shirts.
I got a couple molds in your warehouse. Don't worry.
I've got the Def Jennings art.
Def Jennings. I like that.
Got the Def Jennings art headphones that don't work.
Are those skull candy? No, they're skull crappy.
Oh man, skull licorice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it'll. They're just trying to figure it out. It's just it's a growing pain of theirs. I think they've tried to kind of shake things around a little bit. I don't think they honestly have anything. They haven't really figured out the end game, right? They don't really have, I don't think, a clear rollout for a plan. I don't think they even know. They're just kind of going through the motions as they get it. Because there's this whole shakeup with Warner Media Group. If you follow Demiza on IG, he's talked a lot about that, like the rearranging of Sony and Warner Music, and there's just a lot of shuffling going on. Not only in music but in television and movies, just streaming of all types. So until the foundation settles, you can't really build anything concrete. You know what I mean? So it'll just take time, I think. But
I mean, looking at it from a cups half full sort of thing, it's pressurizing us to look into unreleased artists and play their stuff. So it's pressurizing us to go and look for music that we can play that we
Right.
wouldn't have done before. So there are unreleased artists that are going to get exposure from this.
Exactly.
So there's one plus from it.
Right. Oh, I'll put up a 2-hour all Madway set.
Yeah,
if he,
exactly.
if he says I can do it, I'll definitely do that.
I've got a 2-hour Madway set in my VODs. Is exactly that, and
There you go.
It you know, it is making it for artists that do need that leg up and do want you to share their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level of like an artist who wants free promo. You know, I mean, if you're already a millionaire, you see it as, you know, being ripped off of money you could have gotten. And then the smaller artists think of it as a promotion where other people might come in and start getting get some attention, which could lead to money. Yeah.
And then there's even older artist stuff that's in the public domain now that you're bringing back.
Yeah,
for sure. That people will go and buy as well. So there's also that.
Yeah, like Baby Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll shake out. I'm confident that like there's so much material out there that there'll always be something that we could go to. You know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about it. Like you said, I think we all love doing it. Even though I'm not a DJ per se, I just like hanging out on the internet and playing music for people. You know what I mean? Like I just like it. So that's not going to stop me just because you can't play this or that or the other. We'll figure it out.
I mean, that 10% you can't play, there's still 90 you can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is such a small, like it's a drop in the ocean to compare to what you can play.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I said, it will make people go out and look for the unsigned artists and promote their stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
I've been really into this. I know we're not doing the shout outs yet, but I've been really into this band called Fantastic Plastics. They're on Twitch, all one word, Fantastic Plastics. It's a guy on a guitar and his wife who's on like all synth and keyboards, and they play a lot of like Devo style stuff, but they have so much production into their streams. It's unlike anything I've ever seen on Twitch, and I've been around the block and back. So check them out.
Than The Flash.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They've got skits and they've got not only transitions, they have like visual shit that's like it's like the Flash times 5 probably. They really nail it, and I think that's what Twitch is trying to go towards, though, is like they want like a one of a kind show, right? They don't want somebody just hitting like a playlist and next.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like a ripoff. They want like original programming coming from their users, and that's just a fine example of I think what they're looking for, and they're just talented. You know what I mean? They put a lot of time and a lot of effort into making it not only like original music, but being able to engage the chat and engage just, like having so many people involved and then directing them to be like, hey, our album is coming out October 15th. Be on the lookout for this. Here's a new song from that. And just kind of generating, original shit instead of just copying everyone else. So I can see why they're doing that.
Yeah. I mean, like what you were saying, production and everything else. I was watching Mikey earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey is a master at this. Like Twitch was made for people like him.
Yeah, that was entertaining last night. What did he go 6 hours again?
He went 6 hours, and it was just him being him and his personality coming out through the camera. And he's just...
Did he kill that whole bottle?
Yeah. At the end of it, he was a bit wobbly, and he was doing the.
I was there like the whole time, but like I was doing other stuff, so I was just like lurking and shit. And then all of a sudden, I looked down and we raided or whatever, and I was just like, "Wait, what the fuck happened?"
Dude, for the last hour, he was doing the old. I just got time for one more, and then
Yeah.
played about another 20 songs.
Yeah.
Right.
Every song was, I got one more. I can like. He was doing
My
that.
favorite part was like when he was like, "Hey bartender, pour another round for all the low lifes in here."
Yeah,
And he's like, "Oh wait, that's me." Okay.
Oh,
He's like,
he was just
"Bartender, just leave
marching
me the
around
bottle.
the
Just leave the
room.
bottle." Oh,
I was laughing at parts. There's parts where he made you cry. He got emotional at one stage where he's bringing up like he's like he's got a pet that's sick, isn't he? He brought up about that and was talking about that, and then he went back to the ha, and then it's like an emotional fucking roller coaster.
yeah. That
And
happens after dab 20 and shot 30. You get cry 40 and
he's
He cried
so
after playing Baby Shark, right?
yeah, right.
yeah, but he's so good at what he fucking does,
Just
man.
do,
Like
Ah!
like where he's a natural entertainer, he sets like an album. He's got the highs, the lows, the like it's not just one thing, man.
right.
You ride the arc with him, like when he does these streams, and I just Twitch was made for him and people like him, like what you
Mhm.
were saying to the Fantastic Plastics and that. Like that's who I like to watch. And when Mikey was on, he was saying he would rather watch someone with 5 viewers than someone with 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
He said because they're doing it for the art still. You know, it's still their passion projects. You know,
Right.
instead of like sometimes me and Richie was talking about last week. There's podcasters that are getting millions of views that are dialing it in, like just phoning it in, and just going through their advert, next thing, advert, and then getting off. You know, like it's like art musicians, they get their whole life to write their first album and then a
Right.
year to write their second one.
It's like the sophomore slump because you
Yeah,
gotta all of a sudden recreate what took years to do.
exactly. You know, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one analogy I'm using, but that's where I went and that's what I'm using.
Yeah.
And it's I just enjoy the shit out of his streams, and he's one of
He's
my
always
favorites.
engaging. I think that's what the point is like the original
Mm.
programming we were talking about, but he's always engaging so well with the audience. And I
Yeah.
think like, yeah, I mean, I could see where sometimes you kind of do get tunnel vision on, on the music itself, and you forget that like people are lurking and that, you know what I mean? And he's always constantly engaging whatever's going on. So that's
Yeah.
like a little trick of the trade. I think we could all do better on that. Take a page out of his book for sure.
100%. Yeah. So a big shout out to Mr. Mikey Online. If you're not following him, which I believe everyone in this chat is,
I hope so.
give him a follow.
What?
Talking to give us a follows, I'm on YouTube now, so I'd like a follow too. So I'm at Danny Chaz on YouTube. If you could pop over there and give me a follow. I'm trying to grow a channel. I'm trying to grow a channel where you'll get the replays of this show and some of my music streams that I've put up over there.
Cool.
Yeah. Because where I like to with my streams, where I like to play a lot of unsigned artists and stuff like that, I'm able to put mine up on YouTube, my streams, so my VOD. So go and find some over there. Enjoy. It's all there for you.
Go.
Totally free. Just go over to YouTube and subscribe, please.
Yeah,
And
it's 9816. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Unchained's put it up in the chat for me. He was mocking me earlier because I was doing a gaming stream earlier. And I got killed by one of the fellas I was trying to shoot on the game. And he was going, if you pushed him as hard as you're pushing that YouTube stream, he was like, you might be getting somewhere. So big up Unchained.
Yeah.
Unchained was on fire as well today with he was getting rid of do you want to buy some streamer people? He was killing them left and right today. Yeah.
He wrote in the chat, for a good time, go to YouTube.
Yeah, that's it.
Danny Chaz. For a good time, call Danny Chaz.
I do have.
Do you want to share that screen real quick, Richie?
I can't. I don't
Oh,
have the
sorry,
ability.
Richie.
Oh,
I thought
there you go. There you
It's
go.
you guys, motherfucker.
That's me. That's my job.
You
Sorry, I
assholes.
forgot what show I was on.
Yeah, I did as well. I figured, right, we should point it up.
I'm like sitting here. I'm like, okay, man. Why don't
Because
you
you
hit that
can't.
button?
Like, this
I
is
was like,
great
I'm freaking
content.
out. Yeah, so here's Dana Chaz's.
So I'm up to 16 subscribers. So I started that like earlier on today. Was it today? No, yesterday. I started that yesterday. I've got 16 subscribers already. So jumping on the ground floor, I've got there's two music mixes there and the podcast from last week.
Good
Make
thing I'm
that
wearing the same
17.
shit.
17.
Hit
Thanks,
the refresh
Ghost
button.
Boogie.
18.
There
Oh,
it is.
wow.
Ah, woo.
Bumping on
Birdie's in there.
and make sure you hit that all notification bell. Not the personal one. You hit that all, so it's all right there.
Oh, nice.
All day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Richie,
gonna say,
you know how to work things, Richie.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Let's get it to 25 by the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
And there's another YouTube channel I want to push is Nomad Divots.
Oh, what? What's that?
So
Yeah, we got to put that a link in the chat too.
Yeah.
Share that screen. Boom.
here we are. Look at that, Ghost Boogie. Nomad Divots getting ready for his travels.
And
Mhm.
I threw up a couple shorts. We got 9 views on this one. Got 0 views on this one. Let's go.
Look at that handsome fella.
Yeah, I was not stoned when I did these earlier.
Are they shorts as well? Shorts. Can you play one of them?
They're like 60 seconds.
Yeah, play one.
What up, everybody? Nomad D420, also Richie D420. Just checking in, giving a little update to the channel. Gonna be working on the truck in a little bit, within the next couple months, and then get on the road and start seeing the states. Keep posted, keep the all notification bell on, share this out. Live vicariously through me, and put in the comments and stuff like that, DMs, whatnot. Which states you want me to go to, what places to eat at, any nature preserves, anything like that. I'll be doing all of it, going to every state as much as I could. Maybe not Hawaii and Alaska, but we'll see. And then, keep it posted. What up, everybody?
There it is.
That's
Boom.
dope.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait for that to get going. I really can't.
Same here. Same here.
So, Birdie redeemed
I just
hydrate.
comment.
Birdie redeemed hydrate. I've only put that on yesterday. So, cheers, Birdie. I'm hydrating. Do we all have to hydrate, or is it just me?
Can't
I
hydrate with
already
water.
hydrated it.
What's hydrating? I mean, drink
Well, we've got to hydrate with beer. And I don't. What you hydrate with?
Water.
Good.
You know what I watched
is
last
this?
night? I watched Idiocracy last night, so I've got like water and Brondo on the brain.
It's what
It's got
Mike's
a-
grave.
It's got electrolytes.
Right.
Yeah,
It's got electrolytes.
I forgot how great Terry Crews is in that. as
Oh,
the president. He's fantastic. He goes. So you're the smartest man in the world, huh? He goes. Damn, I thought his head would be bigger.
He keeps saying to him,
There's,
You
and
sure
he
are.
starts grabbing his head. It's like hilarious, dude.
and they go to him, you sure are smart, but you sound like a bitch. They keep saying.
Yeah. Oh, there's so
Yeah.
many. There's so many
Yeah.
one-liners in that, man.
I like the girl in it who I can't think of her name, who goes through time with him.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as
What
she
is
gets
her
out
name?
the little box, doesn't she?
Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy keeps
Minnie
giving her
Riperton's
money. And she keeps
daughter.
going, wait, I'll be back tomorrow. And she keeps taking money off the same guy.
Yeah.
And she looks around and goes, you are some dumb shits. She just fucking timing. That one, all she says is you're some dumb shits. But it's just the timing and the fucking
Yeah.
cadence kills me, man. And
She's hilarious.
go away, baiting.
Go away,
away,
fighting.
He goes,
Go
see,
away, fighting.
you see, a pimp's love is different from that of a square.
That's fucking dope. And he's doing the slideshow. And they go, come on, let's move it along. And he just click, click,
Yeah.
click, 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 click.
If anybody out there has not seen Idiocracy, it is free on YouTube right now. It's an hour and 23 minutes long. You can knock it out like that and yeah, it's fantastic, man.
And my favorite rapper of all time is in there,
Oh,
the
shit.
one and only Mr. Brad Scarface Jordan.
Yeah.
He has an epic cameo in it.
Mm-hmm. And I realized
And
one of the guys is
don't skip the credits. Don't skip the
Don't
credits. Wait till the
skip
end, or wait, or at least make sure
Yeah.
that you.
After the credits, yeah.
I realized that there was a character in there that I didn't realize the first couple viewings was it's Michael from Office Space. Michael Bolton from Office Space is one of the guys. He's just he's got a giant his forehead's like this big and like his hair's all fucked up. So he looks different, but he is definitely
He's one of the
funny.
cabinet members.
Yeah,
He's one of the
in
cabinet
president
members.
cabinet, It's great, man. I absolutely love it.
Shit.
It's scary because it's almost like a documentary, but you know.
Oh, the fact that came out mid 2000s, I believe,
2006.
and yeah, and there's things that have come true,
Yeah.
and these aren't things that are good.
No. Crocs is the thing, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
The Crocs, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like they were like, can we make some like what shoes?
The
are
most
those?
ridiculous shoes ever,
And they
yeah.
were like, we got this starter company that's like about to like come up and everything, and like, all right, they're ugly. Let's get them out of here. They're not gonna do shit. And then look at them now; they're fucking like big famous. Oh my god!
Well, he only wears the Crocs when he's in prison.
Mhm.
That's the funny part. So yeah, check it out, man. It's one of my favorites, and it's
And the electrolytes. It was like ridiculous, wasn't it? And now the electrolytes is in fucking Lucasade and all your sports drinks and everything now, isn't it?
Well, they were
Brondo.
But the plants want electrolytes.
he goes, you can't put it on the crops. You got to put water on them. He goes, like from the toilet.
When he's talking to the other cabinet member and he goes, "Hey, fun bags, what do you think?" She's like the Minister of Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling him Scro.
Yeah.
What's up, Scro? Yeah, fantastic, man.
Yeah, man.
Danny
So,
Chaz, man, looks like it's over for you, man.
It's over for me.
In the fantasy football.
Oof.
Yeah. I had one good week.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the same spot that you are, Danny.
Yeah, man. I had one good week. I decorated the walls with Chico, and ever since then, it's all been downhill.
That's how it plays.
Yeah.
It really is.
Start maybe switching some guys around a little bit. You know, it's after week 3. It's still the beginning, so you can kind of make some
Yeah,
changes.
I'm going to make some changes. I'll see if I get LeBron.
I don't think he's with any football teams this year.
He might be. You might be able to find him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be Oates pinned on him or Scottie Pippen. I didn't know what one to go with.
Does Larry Bird play tight end?
One of the old Globetrotters. Are they still around?
The Globetrotters.
They're still around, bebopping.
Yeah. So we got Panda Badass in the room. We got Miss Joy. Thanks, Miss Joy, for coming through. She had some bad news last week. Sadly, her mum passed away. And
very sorry to hear that again.
She had and we were back and forth with her in the background, and she's a big supporter of ours, Miss Joy. So
absolutely,
everybody follow her. Everybody follow her. She's going through a tough time at the moment, and just give her a follow, man. And
send some love.
Yeah, send her some love. We've got a great community, and she's part of it.
Facts.
Facts. Miss Joy just said, "Who?" Have I said the wrong name now?
No.
I hope not. I hope not.
No, but yeah, shout out to Miss Joy. She's an awesome.
So, Jeff, have you got any photos in submissions, like birds on wires or anything you want to share?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, my famous bird butt photo.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Boogie likes it the most. Boogie's looking all confused now. There was an RSO when that was going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I know nothing of what you're talking about.
exactly.
You guys
Yeah,
are making stuff up
oh,
about me like you
oh.
always do.
He's like, when I was talking earlier, he was like, "We done episode 200? What?
It's like,
Well, yeah, we got some
what?
submissions, so let's run through a couple of them.
Let's go through it, man."
We'll start with Iswan. This is the view of.
Zoom in on that shit.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
When you say the view, was that from your room or just from a place?
So there's there's a long stairwell that goes to like the very top of the house. It's what we call like a widow's walk or whatever you would call it. But yeah, it's a long stairway to get to the top, and it's the tallest spot on the entire island. So you could see like you could just see past all these little houses on the end there. But that's the sound. So that's why it's so. That's why, of course, I'm on the East Coast. This is looking west, obviously. That's why there's water. So you get the best of both worlds, man. You see the sun come up over the ocean, and you see it set on this side. So sometimes what I'll do is we'll grab a bunch of Coronas, get in a kayak or a canoe, and then paddle out past these houses. There's like that little island you could see
Okay.
out there. So what we can do is you can kind of run up on the sand a little bit, and you won't be drifting around. And you could just sit right there at the peak and watch it go down, which is just super relaxing because it's like a 230-degree view of just water.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's fantastic, dude. Take a joint out there if you want to. But this is sometimes you won't get this. So, if it's cloudy and whatnot, you're just not going to get this beauty, even if it's not raining, But the cool thing about this is it's so you see so much of the horizon that there's a moment, and it lasts for like a split second. But right when, I don't know why this phenomenon does this, but when the sun goes down below the horizon, the last little chunk of the sun, sometimes what you'll see is this green flash.
Mm-hmm.
It's like real quick, but it flashes, and it's a sight to behold, man. It's amazing. So
I've seen it a few times on the cruises.
yeah. So holy crap!
We took a cruise out to have that one time.
Yeah.
And we were where were we at? We were in St. John's. Yeah. Checking that out. That was dope.
Yeah, but this is behind me. So this is behind the other picture. So it's lighting up behind you too, which is just like the pinks and the purples.
That's beautiful.
And of course the pictures don't even do it justice because it's just like, I mean, come on, man.
Oh, man.
Damn. So yeah.
I was looking at that first picture, Jeff. Is this island man-made, or is that just flood defenses around the edge?
So partially. So it was a barrier island for years and years. And what they do is they do a ton of dredging and things like that to keep it, because there's only one road access in and out. So I've actually been there where I was going to leave on like Saturday morning or whatever. And they were like, Highway 12 is overwashed with sand because the sand basically is always moving. So they're always trying to clear the roads and things like that. So, I mean, they spend millions of dollars per year trying to keep it up because it does protect all the stuff on the other side of the sound more inland. Keeps them from flooding really bad. So it is like vital to the entire eastern half of the state. Yeah, it's just what can you do? It's always moving.
So it's not a man-made island that just designed the defenses to keep it intact.
It's just, yeah. I mean, as time goes on, I think it was settled like if you know about Virginia Dare, she was the first person born in America, or by the settlers, and so it was a much different geography back then. So over time, this whole thing is basically, if no one had done anything, this would all be washed away. If you Google Rodanthe, which is one of the towns along the way, I think it was a Nicholas Sparks book. But Rodanthe has there's been in the news a lot lately that there's literally 3-story houses just falling into the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just amazing to watch these houses that cost not only millions of dollars to build, but millions of dollars to insure because of the hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. Just watching them slowly just crumble into driftwood. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's like, I mean, you're building a house on sand.
Like, yeah.
You know, there's no guarantees. So go Google that. Those are some crazy videos.
Wow.
You'll see these multi-million-dollar houses just gone.
Must be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I won't live out there, man. Or I don't want to deal with hurricanes, bro. That shit scares the thought that that's just a big ass storm, man. Like that's too big for me. I took like
it lasts so long too. Like that's what people don't realize. They're like, oh, you could see it coming for like a week, and then it's like, yeah, but it does. Like once it starts getting rainy and windy, it does not stop for like 18 to 24 hours. You know what I mean? So it starts to get scarier and scarier as time goes along. Because I've been out there during just like a little baby one, and I was laying on the couch, and you could see the chandelier in the kitchen just swinging like this, and you could feel the house kind of moving around, and you're like, oh God, you know. So it's beautiful, but it's scary at times too, you know, just like anything else in the world, I guess.
What up, San Pedro?
Happy birthday, San Pedro.
What up, Mike?
And happy Sunday too.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I guess we got to do it, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
got
for
to
the
do
submissions. Yeah, we haven't done them for a couple of weeks.
Let's do it. There's Boogie's favorite picture.
Why is it just Boogie's? I wasn't the only one.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
you was
else
engrossed by it.
Oh man.
You actually made him. He got off stream after and didn't come back.
He didn't come back after that. He was.
I know.
He made up this ridiculous story about outages and whatever.
You know me, perpetually offended. This guy.
Yeah.
So
shit!
Can we go back to that Miss Joy one?
Oh yeah. Real quick, we can go down. We got
down. That's the one.
Yeah, so, she got her first tattoo today.
First tattoo, hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
How weird.
I told her too, I was like, it's gonna be addictive. Like once you get it, it's like it's not the same as like needles, as like getting your blood drawn or shots or anything like that. So I was like, once you get your first tattoo, you'll realize, and she's a day a couple days ago. But
look at that hash holio time.
That looks fire.
Look at that.
Is that from Jibby?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Jibby one.
The hash a little dark.
Ooh boy,
not bad.
That's black. That's from Morocco. Yeah, that's really soft. You can roll it in your fingers. But I know. Just what I've heard.
People are just sending Danny Chaz pictures of
Taco. No, I am getting fucking inundated with just Taco Bell fucking pictures, like constantly. Every form of text message I've got, every form of media, every form of something. Guess what? I'll get a Taco Bell picture just thrown at me fucking random times of the day. Fucking, I'm getting mullered. All I've done was eat a burrito once. Jesus.
From the back.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking. How else do you eat them?
And what we got here, Danny? What is this?
So I seen this yesterday. So me and Kelly went for a walk yesterday, and this was some art that was thrown up. That's over about 3 stories on a building.
That's gorgeous. Can you zoom in more?
Yeah.
And when you look at the signature, it's got whatever he signed, and it says "Love from Mexico." So,
okay.
Someone from Mexico's come and put that up for us.
That's dope. That looks sick as fuck.
Yeah, on the signature.
Wow. Well,
so that's beautiful, isn't it? That's a beautiful piece, isn't it?
Jeff, when are you doing that?
The area that's in Boogie, I think they commission it and they allow it. and that's why we
Yeah,
get these
that's
beautiful
like-
pieces put up over like 2-3 stories.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard
in a
enough to
place-
do something like that, but then the size and like
Yeah.
you're talking about, we were just
Talk
talking about moving.
scaffolding.
Yeah, we're moving DJ equipment. This is like,
Yeah.
Oh, they've
Hold on.
put up scaffolding for that. They've gone for it. But yeah,
scissor lifts and the whole thing.
the artist is from Mexico, so and
Scissor
It's
Lips. That's a movie that Mikey used to sell.
Scissor lips. I said lips, but okay.
Scissor Lips
That's not what I heard.
23 is my favorite.
That's not what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah, Scissor Lips 23.
Scissory timbers.
they jumped the shark after 12.
Scissor lips 12. The scissoring.
Oh my god.
Revenge
Yeah,
is-
they integrated The Exorcist.
Oh my god. Next.
Some cool guys.
Some funny shit.
So we also got in submissions. I think Pan put something in there for us to look at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Scroll older.
Older.
Yeah.
Older.
Yeah, Pan likes sending
Oh.
me knowledge and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I did see this. Give me 1 second. Oh Lord.
What?
Oh Lord.
What did I do?
There you go.
Yeah.
My name is Jeff. The Outback Bangs.
So this is when Jeff disappeared and we was all like talking about wonder where he was, and Pan said, "I've got a photo of him out in New Zealand." And there you were, Jeff. You had your denim coat, your leather coat.
Yeah, man.
Them pandas look pandas. Them
Those pandas. Jesus Christ.
there's a slip. Just
Clip
leave it at that. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, these are Chinese pandas.
Yeah, those Chinese panda dogs.
You guys hear about that story in
I saw
the Chinese zoo that they
With the
were
they were painting the dogs.
they were
Like
painting
pandas.
dogs to look like pandas.
Yeah.
And they were sitting there going like,
That's a
and
panda.
they're like, pandas don't pant, do they?
I love the panda dogs.
It was eastbound and down, wasn't it, when they were doing zebra rides? And when you went round the back, they was painting donkeys. That was eastbound and down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant program.
Yeah.
Like, why is this panda eating Alpo? It's like eating purine. I didn't know pandas eat purine.
They're the same thing. It's okay.
It's all food. Hell yeah.
Damn, that's too fucking funny.
Panda dogs.
Day drinking Richie, let's go.
Yeah, you just showed me that clip. I'm not sure about Sober Richie. He's intense when you showed me that clip just now. Next time you do a short, have a couple of beers. It made me feel uncomfortable. Sober Richie.
He likes loosey goosey Richie.
I'll delete it. I'll delete those, I guess. And
Yeah, like Sober Mikey's mean.
Just like aggressive and creepy.
Yeah, Sober Mikey's mean, and yeah, Sober Richie's unsettling.
Shit.
So there's something we like to do
Cool.
around this sort of time. We like to pick up a Twitch streamer and a podcast that we've been listening to. So I can start if you want. So there's a podcast that me and Richie spoke about last week, and I've liked it for years. And it's Your Mum's House, and it's a particular episode that I didn't want to watch, because it just brought up some difficult subject matter for me. So I didn't watch it, but Richie said, "No,
I brought that up
watch
the
it,
last
watch it."
time I was on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I watched. I listened to Your Mum's House, the one where they announced that Christina's got breast cancer, and
Oh no!
yeah, did you know this already?
I did not know that.
Oh,
Yeah, so they
so it
brought it
was
up.
me that brought this one up. Okay.
No, I didn't know about the breast cancer thing.
Yeah.
I
She's fighting it. Titty cancer.
Yeah, she won't call it breast cancer. She calls it titty cancer, and she says anybody that sends me messages saying you got this and all that, go fuck yourself. And she's like, send me a creative fucking message. If you're gonna send me a message, don't send me generic messages. She said, send me like whatever in her own particular way.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to that. It's a great episode. So go out there and watch that episode. She's handling it in her own way. So she said, I'm not going to be the one that tells you to go and get grams and does this and does that. She says, I don't want to handle it how I handle it. And like, I'm not going to preach. Ghost Boogie knows himself. Everyone handles it in their own way. And she's just going through the process of handling it. And it's a good episode. Really is a good episode.
Yeah.
And she talks from the heart in it. So which I like. And the Twitch streamer is a lady called Jenny Rabbit, who follows us on all of our social medias. And she done her first Twitch stream today. She was playing Fortnite.
Nice.
And I stopped by and it was great fun. So everybody follow her on Twitch. It's Jenny_Rabbit. So Jeff, who you got?
So I've been nerding out a little bit. So if you guys like old school video games, I got one for you on YouTube. It's called Summoning Salt, which is kind of throwback to the Zelda stuff. So here's their YouTube page right there. 1.94 million. So what this guy does, first of all, he's got a fantastic voice for this, but he does the history of world record speed runs on NES games. Old school. So you'll see Mario Kart. Here we got world record Tetris, Contra. Mike Tyson's Punch Out is a good one. And basically does the history of who has the best, fastest scores and stuff like that. And it is, I know, even if you're not into like video games per se, this is just so fascinating to see. It's so comprehensive and it's so informative. Like how competitive getting these records is and has been over time. So you'll see some amazing shit, glitches that they take advantage of to cut time, and how many like tens of thousands of repetitions did some of these speedrunners do to be like king of Contra or king of Mega Man or whatever the game is. And it takes a lot of time, and you could start to see like how much talent it takes for these guys to become world record holders in their respective games. So check them out, man. Like I said, they're not really long. A lot of these are just like around 50 minutes, but they're enthralling. He's got millions of views. I think we got, there's an alternate one here that he goes really in depth on some of the more popular videos. But I mean, if you like Mario Brothers 1, Mario Brothers 2, Tetris, all the old school games, man, it really runs the history of all of them. So they have the history of blindfolded Super Mario. There's guys playing like beating Mike Tyson's Punch Out blindfolded. It's just incredible kind of nerd shit there.
That is crazy, right there.
Yeah, so check that shit out. And then my Twitch guy is been awesome. It's a homie's called S9. It's ES_NINE. So check out S9. I think he might be on right now, or he was. But great streamer, and doesn't have hundreds and hundreds of people, but really plays some good shit, does a good show. So S9 on Twitch, check him out. And that's all I got.
What about you, Richie? You got anybody?
All right. So for my YouTuber, I got another nomad person. I'll share it right now. His name is Whiskey Dog Outdoors.
Cool.
He's from Oklahoma. He's pretty funny. He's got a huge ass beard, and he does drive a Dodge Ram too, so it's kind of cool. I am sharing it if you guys wanna share that.
Yeah, we can do that. We could do that.
Boink. But yeah, he posts videos every week. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. So definitely like hop through and check that out. And then my YouTube or my Twitch is Woke One. He is a artist. He was at 1000 Studio when they were doing the
Cool.
Arts in Wonderland and stuff. And he has a YouTube channel also as Woke One, WOAK1. And then like he does stream, like he'll like do drawings live with the chat and stuff like that. And then also on like the YouTube and like Instagram, he'll take suggestions of what to draw next, and he'll
Yeah, that's
chat
awesome.
with you too. So it's pretty cool to see like him starting out with like a pink pencil and then like ending up with it like colored in and everything like that. He's also like a tattoo artist also. So
Yeah, he's following in 1000's footsteps, which he started
Exactly.
getting into like just picking one color
Mhm.
and doing like entire like just green. So
Yep.
light green to dark green, and he creates like this crazy. You can see that little pink unicorn or
Mhm.
whatever he's got going. That's just so. It takes so much freaking talent to be able to
Exactly.
stick in one color part of the color wheel.
And what's cool too is like with like on like the Twitch chats and the YouTubes and stuff like that, he wants you to also like hashtag it as like the woke challenge. So like he wants you to like draw along and color along, like and like do a picture along too with him while
Yeah.
he's doing it. So like he could see like what you guys come up with, like what we come up with. So it's pretty cool. He's yeah. So like that's my two peoples.
That's nice, man. Love it.
What about you, Boogie? Who you been watching?
Yo, so got to give a shout out to one of the community members, Trip Out V is
Oh,
on
yeah.
Twitch. So Trip has a new channel where she's
Nice.
DJing music, and follow her
That's a
on
dope
Twitch.
channel. Dope
Trip
channel.
Out V. And then I don't remember if I mentioned, so I like a lot of death row content and following stuff like that, of course. Have I mentioned Bomb First on here before?
No.
All right, so Bomb First is a channel ran by a cat by the name of John, and of course Reggie Wright Jr. So Reggie Wright Jr. was Suge's right hand man, especially when he first went to jail and like after Pac shootings. But he was the head of security guard. He's an ex Compton. There you go, Bomb First, ex Compton city police officer. His father, Reggie Wright Sr., was the chief of police, but he actually grew up in the neighborhood where Suge and all them. He was in the Pyru neighborhood. He Ma Pyru, and basically was in the neighborhood with those cats and running the head of security for all of Death Row, and also ran the label, and oversaw all of the post death releases for Pac. All of the and just a ton of stuff, but he has, of course, he's got a really big deal with him and Keefy D hate each other. And there's a lot of this guy, not kid, this cat. He's worth the watch. That's all I'm saying, because he keeps it rough, rugged, and real, and calls bullshit on everything. And their whole thing is like, no, we're going to tell the truth and tell the history of what really happened, and here's what's going on. So make sure you follow that one. That's dope. If you like any of the Tupac, they really pride themselves on all the Tupac stuff. And of course, he predicted that. I mean, years back, like in like beginning of year, and saying that Diddy was going down, and knew that Keefy D was going down, and all of these things. So there's a lot on that channel. Dope channel.
Yeah.
Definitely follow that.
Sounds like he's talking about what people are afraid to talk about.
That's
Absolutely.
that was like a clip that I just saw about DMX saying that like 20 years ago that like Diddy was like a freak and that he was like, don't trust that motherfucker. He's like, he's gonna go down. Like I saw that shit. I was like, oh shit. I was like surprised. I was like, damn. It's like when people saw things and they knew what like not to hang out with. That's why people distance themselves with other people. You know, it's like you see why. Now it's like you look back and you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've done that with people just in my normal life.
Me too. Yeah,
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh well, good thing I did stop. That's exactly why I stopped.
Like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean or anything, but I don't want to be around either. You know. So, yeah, boy. Well, yeah. You think we did it?
I think we did it. Just before we go, Boogie, is there any new podcasts coming up on your horizon you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, so we've got well, this week on B-Boys Underground, we have one of my city's OGs in regards to hip hop radio, and the gentleman that first time that I stepped into an actual radio station and ended up DJing on that radio station. He is going to be on B-Boys Underground this Wednesday. His name's Chester T. So be on the lookout for that. And then, well, Danny, I don't know, is there a podcast that we should be talking about?
I think there is a podcast we should be talking about. So did we agree on Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
is it this Friday though?
Yeah, I think so, because me and Boogie
hold on though. Hold on, let me check, because I just got to check doctor's appointments. let me check and make sure that we said this Friday. All right. Yes, we are good this Friday.
So there's something me and Boogie have been talking for a while about me and
doesn't sound like it.
There's a lot going on in my life right now. God damn it.
Please, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know what the fuck I was. So there's a podcast I'm starting on my own Friday. And
you twat.
Me and Boogie, like, in case you hadn't seen on the session before, we bring up wrestling sometimes, and it ends up just me and him talking because no any other guys are into it. But me and Boogie are hardcore into wrestling, and we have been since we was little, and we like going to shows and stuff like that. So we're going to start a thing where we go into it. We're going to start it with the documentary that's coming on Netflix on Wednesday. There's a Netflix
multi-part documentary. It's not just like one episode. It's Mr. McMahon coming on this week on Netflix. Crazy. And I'm passionate about that subject.
Me too. So we're going to break that down and talk about that and see where this thing goes. So anybody who's interested in watching me and Boogie chop it up about wrestling and documentaries and whatever the fuck we want to talk about while we're on, come and check us out next Friday. It'd be, I believe it'd be the same time as this podcast is on in your region, but on Friday.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we've got a name yet for it, Boogie, or anything like that. So you really are getting this on the ground floor. We don't know what day we're going. So
that's the reason why I didn't know we were going balls deep and just announcing it yet. Because I was like, man, we got some conceptual shit we got to work out.
Oh, we've still got shit to work out. But I'm announcing it for this Friday because that's the type of guy I am. If I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. So I'm doing it Friday, and with or without you. And we're gonna
look at this motherfucker.
This is how I fucking roll these days, bro. I'll fucking moved on from you people.
I was say once you guys work out a name, if you guys want me to try to like work out a logo for you guys, let me know.
That'd be fucking dope, Richie.
Something once you guys throw out a name and I could figure something out. Like you guys give me a couple things that you guys want me to work with, and
you guys can call it. I got a name for you right now. On the Ropes with Danny and Boogie.
There's already a podcast out there called On the Ropes.
Damn.
Danny's Turnbuckle.
There's a lot.
Danny's Turnbuckle. That's a good one.
Danny's
It's-
turnbuckle.
No, we're just calling it Danny resets his internet after an hour and a half because it always freezes.
Yeah.
It just froze.
I was gonna say Danny all of a sudden looks really disinterested in this podcast.
That's actually really good. Unchained, 2 chuckles and their turnbuckles.
Yeah.
I do like that Unchained.
It's actually that's pretty catchy too.
Nice.
Unchained's like that's the thing I love about Unchained. Like he'll throw a quick one in the chat. And
Yeah,
you
man.
gotta catch it. You gotta catch it because it's like, oh fuck, that's good. That's good.
That is good,
Man.
Well,
Becca's
like
giving
we
us
were
shit.
saying behind the scenes, man. Like I appreciate that idea because I don't know a damn thing about wrestling. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
watched it as a kid, but I don't know the ins and outs. And like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be informative, and we're gonna learn so much from these guys. And
Mhm.
who else would you want to listen to?
Exactly.
Explain something that you don't know anything about, except for these guys. So
Exactly.
I'm excited for that.
I'm looking forward to it too. I mean, because this is a whole nother, thing I can talk about that I'm passionate about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's cool, and the fact that Danny's down with it too, and has the same type of love for wrestling and everything. So it's cool. And then of course, starting out with the Vince McMahon documentary,
Exactly.
that it's
That's-
going to be fun.
And that's
Yeah.
another thing too, where it's like you guys are gonna watch like different documentaries and stuff like that, where it's like you could involve that with your son and have like family
Yeah.
time for doing like the homework. You got family time with
Mm-hmm.
that. So then when you do talk about it, you could be like,
Bring it into the
Lil
podcast.
Boogie
yeah.
was talking about like how he felt about this as a younger kid, and you're a grown adult. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like the two different aspects of that way too. Like that's a pretty cool aspect of like
Yeah.
too.
Well, what we're going to be doing a lot of is talking about, it's not just pigeonholing into like, all right, we're just going to cover this topic. We're going to
No, exactly.
cover a bunch of different things, a bunch of different documentaries, a bunch of different movies, a bunch of different behind the scenes, a bunch of, any of the movies that are out there about wrestling, or there's a lot of programming about individual wrestlers that's really interesting. So be able to, if you guys are interested, absolutely make sure you tune in and check it out.
Hell yeah. Jeff, share this screen. What about this movie, Boogie? Ready to rumble. Did you?
I think that's free on YouTube right now too, isn't it?
With the premium.
I have never seen that. What the fuck is that? Well, I've never seen that.
That was an old one from like 2003 or something.
Yeah, for
right?
no,
Who's in
2000.
it? Is it who's
David Arquette? David Arquette and Scott Can, Oliver Platt,
Sting?
Diamond
Is in
Dallas
it?
Page, Goldberg, Sting,
Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a bunch
wow.
of people. Yeah, there's a bunch of people. I'm surprised you haven't seen this. If you like,
Nah,
John
man.
Cena's in this. Holy shit, I didn't realize
Yeah.
John Cena.
I remember this
Macho
movie.
Man's in it. Bam
Yeah.
Bam Bigelow.
Kurt Hennig, Bam Bam.
Dude, I remember this because this was
movie
on the
was
shelf.
great, yeah.
Yeah, this was on the shelf when I was working at Blockbuster Video.
Mhm.
So I just remember that like headlock. Yeah, for sure.
So this is a WCW movie. It looks like all of the WCW lineups in it at that
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a funny movie. It was not bad. Like I gotta rewatch it though. I haven't watched it in years. So yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember the Bushwhackers. Remember
Oh
that? Fugly as hell.
Oh shit. That's a movie you guys gotta watch, Boogie shit.
Absolutely. I've got to watch it. I've
That's
got to
fucking
watch
wild.
this shit.
Oh
I'm like,
man, that's awesome. See,
I
like,
had
that's
no
the thing.
idea about
Yeah.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah. Like I wasn't into wrestling really, but like I was into it, but I could see that it was fake. You know what I mean? Like for all of us non-believers. No, actually, it's not true. I take it back because really, like they do actually put some effort into all of everything. Like there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like I've watched the making of and like how they do train and everything like that. And if they do come at like the person wrong, they will get injured and they will get hurt.
Right.
So it's like, it's not fake, like as we all think it is. Like there's a lot of script to it, but it's actual shit. Like two people jumping at each other, or it's like you misstep or anything like that, you don't, like, you're gonna contact, like, or some of them do want the contact to make it more realistic. Right. So it's like shit.
Boogie, who was that wrestler? Was it Undertaker? It was Hell in a Cell where he fell like 25 feet or something.
So there's a couple of crazy shits that from the Hell in the Cell, but the one that everybody thinks about, it is between Undertaker and Mick Foley, and he was the Mankind character at that time, and he got thrown off of the top of the cell onto the announcer's table, and it was fucking, I forget how many, I mean it's at least 30 feet, if not more. And then he wasn't done, he got up because they were going to end the match after that, and then he got back up, got off the stretcher, got back up, climbed back to the top of the cage, and Undertaker is like, what the hell? And then these cages, the cell was not made for them to be on top of it, so they were actually putting shit and holding shit together with zip ties. So they were doing all these moves, and so after he had already been thrown off the top of the thing, he then gets choke slammed by the Undertaker, throws him through, and by the choke slam, when he choke slammed him, the part that he landed on gave out, so he fell through down another 20 feet on top of the hard ass ring, knocked him out. It busted a tooth, and
I got the list of injuries.
Nose hole, like lacerated a spleen, like it is. And then they still did tacks and like all it, like that move, that was fucking hardcore.
I got the list of injuries.
He legitimately got knocked out.
Yeah.
And Terry Funk came in so there's a thing they do if someone gets hurt, other people come in and distract so that you can get back to your feet. And Mick Foley says, I remember coming through and thinking, why are Terry Funk's shoes right next to me? Because someone done a move to him and his shoes, his street shoes flew off.
Jesus.
And he remember going too.
It says here, go ahead.
He got so fucked up in that match, like it's in his book and on the documentary, that like he's my favorite guy. I read books on him, and he the next fight he was scheduled to do a run-in on the next match, and he still come out and done it. But they said when he was doing the run-in, he was running down to the ring and he was like way over towards the ramp and like bang, he was like pinballing his way down to the ring, like he still went, and the show must go on mentality, like of what these guys do. So I'm also offended when people say it's fake because of shit like that.
Yeah,
like although it's predetermined and it's a stage show, we all know this. These guys are still like they're 300 pounds and throwing themselves off shit.
That's why I like sumo so much. I fucking love sumo with all my heart. And they say it's fake, but also, like, it wasn't fake. It says Foley here. He got a concussion, dislocated jaw, dislocated shoulder, bruised ribs, internal bleeding, multiple puncture wounds, and he lost 4 teeth.
Yeah.
So that's not fake. That fucking hurts. So.
And that weren't the worst match he was ever in. Right? That's just the one that gets the highlights and the publicity shown because of the big stunt of the throwing off the cage,
right?
Which he says, like Boogie probably said while I was having my technicals just then, that part was rehearsed and staged, and they knew it was safe. And what Boogie was saying before, it was the part when he went through the top of the cage and hit the deck, which is a much lesser spectacular looking bump, but actually knocked him the fuck out.
Yep.
and it was because
He
he
wasn't
didn't,
expecting it.
he wasn't expecting it. No,
Yeah.
he didn't tuck his chin. He just bombed and knocked himself out.
Yeah. I mean, he was thinking, all right, I'm gonna land on this cage, not
Yeah. Not like 20 foot below the cage. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah.
I looked it up. It said the original cell was 16 feet, 4.9 meters high, and it
That's
weighed
high.
over 2 tons. But since been replaced with a more robust 20 foot version, 6.1 meter, and 5 tons. The first match took place at Bad Blood in Your House in October '97,
Mhm.
and the total of 52 Hell in a Cell matches have occurred ever since. The match type spawned its own pay-per-view event in 2009 WWE Hell in a Cell after the event held annually in October, although in September, and twice in June. The event generally blah blah blah.
So here's the thing to mention: they have Hell in a Cell coming up. So they had gotten they did away with the
In
Bad Blood.
2022, they got rid of it as following Triple H's appointment as chief content. But then they're bringing it back. You said, Boogie?
Yeah. So
Oh shit!
This next premium live event, or PLE, not pay-per-view, it's going to be, they brought back the Bad Blood pay-per-view, and they are actually doing a Hell in the Cell match, and it's going to be CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, which is a humongous storyline in the wrestling world, and they've been putting on a brilliant story for almost a year now, and it's been, we'll get into that storyline too, because it's been fucking amazing.
Yeah, let's say we got to save something for Friday.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Oh, we got plenty.
I'm interested now.
I think you can hear how passionate we are about it. So we got plenty. Yeah, we got plenty.
Can't wait for that.
So we're looking forward to that on Friday. So you heard it here first. So that's where we are. It'll either be on my channel or Boogie's channel, whatever. Doesn't matter. But that's where we are on Friday. So follow both of us, and you'll get a notification.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So guys, I think we did it.
We did it.
We done did it.
Richie, any shout outs?
Shout outs to everybody who came through. Pam Badass, Murray's, Miss Joy, Becca Boo, much love. And then to all you guys that are on the screen with me, thank you, Danny, for coming, like letting me be on here every Sunday so far. So yeah, shout outs to everybody in the family and the yeah.
Man, it's not letting you. I love streaming with you guys, man. So it's my pleasure. Jeff, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, dude. Everybody in the chat right now, and everybody that joins us every Monday and Thursday, and Tuesday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it means a lot, man. Like we were saying earlier, it's we just didn't know how this was going to end up. If anybody would even be interested after 2 years. So I just want to thank everybody out there that just comes back and comes back and comes back. So much love to you. And Lily, shout out to Lily.
Shout out to Lily. Go Spooky, who you shouting out?
Of course, all you gentlemen that have been with me throughout this journey. Of course, the chat, everyone that's in the chat are definitely, absolutely pillars of our community, and we thank you, and I thank you. Who knew, again, like you said, that we would, I knew, because I was like, we fucking gonna get it done one way or the other, because I was committed to it. You guys were committed to it, and shout out to all the bros and sis that are committed to doing it, and of course everybody that's committed to watching it. It's been amazing, and as you tell us, this was kind of the way that I wanted to document my health journey, and just by doing it, so there it is, and here we are, and we're continuing to grow, and the network of folks continue to get bigger, and the things that we do is going to be great. So salute to all of y'all. Shout out to my B-Boys Underground family, and yeah, happy Sunday. And we've got a great list of programs for you all this week, coming up with the Usual Suspect Network.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
So that
How
just
about you?
leaves me. So I'd like to shout out Becca Boo, Maurice, Panda Badass, Stu Dog, who was scheduled to come tonight, but obviously something's come up and he can't do that. Miss Joy, Birdie, everyone who come through tonight, everybody on the screen, I love you all. And I'm going to raid into DJ
love how you
Chill
left-
on week.
I love how you left out Unchained on purpose.
I left Unchained out for a reason.
Shout out to Unchained. We love
Shout
you.
out Unchained.
Yeah.
We love you, man.
I love you, Unchained, if Danny don't love you.
I love him a lot, man. He's my dude. So, and Becca Boo, the guest next week is you if you want it. So, you've been promising me for weeks you're going to come back on, and now's the time to put your money where your mouth is.
See how he did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are raiding into DJ Chill. So, everybody just leaves me to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, and just again, bye-bye. Thanks, everyone, for coming through. Love you all. Bye-bye. And I'm just going to end the stream.
Yeah.